Hello, I am Minty Space Cadet, and I drew 100 heads. Specifically, I did the 100 heads challenge. Although, I don't know if it totally counts, because this definitely took me more than 10 days, as the original challenge specifies. But anyways, this is my first head I drew, and as you can see, I started out doing very rendered faces, like fully shading and highlighting them. But you'll see later that this took me way too long to do these first ones, and I got 100 heads to draw, so you'll see that I kind of changed my process later on. All these faces I'm using are from Pinterest references, and I tried to use pretty diverse shapes and faces and lots of different features and expressions, as you can see here. So with these first ones, I did a lot of rendering, but I feel like when I draw faces, I struggle with it a lot, and so I do a lot of shading and stuff in order to hide that I didn't do the proportions correctly and didn't do it right the first time. So you can see here I'm trying to do more just contour lines and how I would actually draw it without putting all the shading in. And I think that was helpful for me to learn better on how to actually do the expressions in the faces and learning the proportions rather than just slapping it down and then fixing it with rendering. It also saved me a lot of time because drawing 100 heads takes a minute, you know? And you can see that sometimes my style kind of changes a little bit, or my process where I start in the face. It changes a lot because I know some people have specifically they start with the eyes or the nose or the shape. I feel like I start with a random one depending on the face. I don't know. I don't really have a specific I start with whatever feature first. It kind of varies depending on the face I'm drawing. With this one, it had a very interesting coloring and lighting, so I tried to show that in the piece and actually depict it, and I think it turned out pretty alright. It was a very interesting lighting situation going on. This one too, it didn't have a lot of color, but it had a little bit of pops of color in the lips and eyes, and so I wanted to add that. This I tried to do highlighting instead of shading. I don't know how it turned out, but it's alright. I tried to do some structures rather than just laying down the contour lines and actually doing some structures in some of these. Turn out good, but just ignore it. Yeah, you can see I'm really zooming with these contours now. start to get closer to the end with these last 10, I want to do something a little more special with some of them. So like this one had a cool like lighting and background, so I tried to include that. This one I rendered a little bit, just adding some shading there. And for number 100, I wanted to fully like render and color a face, and I'm not great at painting faces. I think this challenge has helped, but I still struggle with it. But I think I like how this final one turned out. I like the reference photo I used because I don't know if I really captured her expression, but I really liked the expression in the original. She has just such a cute smile, and I tried to depict that. And the lighting in it is very warm. You can't really see it here. I go in and adjust it here, but it was a very warm lighting. It was very nice.